Hey, Chris here, welcome back to the channel. So this video we'll be looking at how to make £10,000 online in 2023. If you're watching this and it's no longer 2023, don't worry. I'm sure unless something drastically changes, you can put these strategies to work in 2024 and so on. Now, this is going to be a 6-step guide, and I have left a link to the free guide below down in the description where it actually shares with you exactly what softwares you'll need in order to do these strategies. So you do need to use some softwares and different websites to make this money, but of course everything is listed out in that guide. And something else worth mentioning is this video is more aimed at people that are in the UK. You can still put some of these methods to work if you're not in the UK, it just works better, that's all. So step 1 then, out of the 6 steps, we're going to be talking about, yes, that's right, doing match betting. So match betting is, of course, something that I speak a lot about here on the channel, and the regular followers of the channel are probably already match betting. But stick with me throughout the video because there's going to be some more advanced strategies later on that you may not have started yet. If you're watching this video and you're someone that's against gambling and you hate the bookmakers, then that's perfect for you. So match betting is where you take advantage of promotions and free bet offers and you bet on all the outcomes on an event so that you don't lose any money and you just take risk-free guaranteed profit. Then you can do more advanced strategies where you don't actually take guaranteed profit, but what you do is you just put the odds massively into your favor so that over many bets, you're the one that's making the money and not the bookmaker. Now, I won't get into the basics on how match betting works here for those of you that haven't heard of it, because I do have a free beginners course, which I'll leave a link to down in the description. But what I will say for those of you that maybe have already started is if you've just done the sports welcome offers, don't forget about the casino welcome offers as well, because there's several £100s to be made there from casino, and actually £1,000 plus just from casino easily in a year, due to the fact that when casino sites see you sign up and start using their website, they then send you reload offers, so additional offers there to try and get you to log into their site and actually gamble and play on these casino games. But now we've got through step 1 where you've taken advantage of all those welcome offers like the bet £5 to get a £20 free bet. We're going to move on to step 2, which is going to be a 1-month time scale after that initial signing up to everything. You're going to want to take advantage of all the reload offers. So that'll be an offer like bet £5 before a football match starts, and they'll give you a £5 bet in play. Now, you only want to do these for about a month, because if you carry on doing them, what the bookmaker will do is they'll gub you or restrict you. So gubbing is just another term for closing your account down or restricting you to only being able to bet like £1 or £2. But if you do these for a month, you don't actually risk too much chance of having your accounts closed down and restricted. So you can do these for a month, take some extra nice profits, and then move on to step 3. Now, step 3 is actually going to be learning something called the extra places strategy. And I think this is something that everyone that gets into match betting should really learn and get involved with. Extra places is an amazing strategy which allows you to just put the odds into your favor big time and profit over the long term of doing them. Again, I have a completely free course on how you can start extra places. I'll leave a link to that in the description also. I won't get into explaining how extra places work just in this video. But if you haven't yet started the extra places strategy, a really crucial thing to hit this £10,000 in the year is actually doing extra places at the Cheltenham Festival, which is on the 14th of March this year. So it's Tuesday to Friday, 4 days of horse racing for those of you that don't know. And it's just the biggest horse racing festival. There's so many offers going on. There's so much liquidity available at the exchanges. You can really make some nice profits. For example, I myself made £2,000 from a single betting account. So it was a Bet365 account, but one account, and I made £2,000 in those 4 days. So yeah, it just shows you the amount of money you can make is crazy just in that week. Then after step 3, of course, the next number is step 4, and that's going to be where you're value betting alongside of doing extra places. Now, value betting is something that's a bit of a mysterious art, and I see it when I go on my phone and it'll pop up and say, take this value bet, and it's just someone mentioning which horse they think is going to win a race. That's not a value bet. A value bet is where you're actually only betting on an event where the odds are in your favor. It's where the bookmaker has made a mistake with their odds and you're going to be the one that wins over the long term, not the bookmaker. So you're taking the odds at value. Not only will you want to be doing value betting, but you want to continue doing extra places betting alongside of your value betting. And as well, you can be doing value betting on exchanges. Now, as I mentioned at the start, I won't go into all of the details of exactly how to do everything in this video. We're just going through the basic steps and basic things that you need to do. But in that guide that I mentioned that's linked down below in the description, I do have the links to all the different softwares like the value betting software that I highly recommend for getting into it. But once you've made your way through step 4 and you've been value betting and extra place betting, step 5, you'll actually find that by this point you'll have made several thousands of pounds and you'll have your accounts restricted. So you'll no longer be able to bet like £20 on something at a bookmaker. They'll maybe let you do maybe £5, £3, something like that, just very low stakes that you can do. And what you want to do in step 5 is actually something called each way no lay betting. And this is another form of value betting where we're taking advantage of a bookmaker's place part bet. So you go to place an each way bet on a horse and they've mispriced the each way place part of the bet there. Now, there's two ways you can do this. You can actually place these bets manually, so obviously place them all yourself, or you can use the auto software, which I speak about here on the channel and have shown how to use the software on a few different videos. And that auto software is going to just, as it says, place all the bets for you. So even when you have all your accounts restricted, you can get to this step 5 and just set up the auto software or be placing the bets manually. And again, the links to those softwares are down in that guide that I've listed below. By utilizing this step 5 and placing these bets on restricted accounts, you've made all your money until you've been restricted, but then you're getting those extra profits out even though the accounts are restricted, because each way no lay bets only require like £1 or £2 each way to make a few £100s a month from those bets. But getting into step 6, by this point all of your bookmaker accounts will be restricted down to pennies. I've even heard of one member stating they could only place 7 pence as a bet. So bookmaker accounts are really not an option to make profit from anymore. What you're going to have to do is go over to the Betfair and Smarkets exchange and continue value betting. And this is something that I've been doing myself and making nice profit from. I've seen a member actually make over £700 in a month just from one exchange, and just from that, nothing else, just 700 quid there. So that's something you want to be doing. This is no need for any bookmaker accounts to do this strategy. And also, alongside of that, you're going to want to use a professional betting tip service, which when I say professional, I mean one that's actually vetted and has proven results, not just going onto Google and searching betting tips and then just betting on whatever they say. You really have to research and find a tipster service that is actually making money, or else what's the point? Now, luckily for everyone watching this video, I've actually gone and done research on some professional betting tips services and found 4 sites, and coincidentally, all 4 sites are from the same person, but these 4 sites are proven to be making money and profitable. So what you would want to do is actually be value betting on the exchanges using the software that I recommend below, and also betting on these professional tips at the exchanges. So you won't need any bookmaker accounts. You can just be placing the value bets and the tips bets there at Smarkets, or maybe if you prefer just using Betfair, you can be placing those and getting great odds at the exchange and not need any bookmakers. Following these 6 steps I've listed out in this video, I don't think there's any reason why you can't make £10,000 profit online in a year. And even if you only make half of that, that's still nearly £500 a month, which is tax-free income. If you've had any value from this video though, I do appreciate you taking the time to press the like button below. And until next time, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.